It is breezy and very warm and going to stay that way for the next few days. Overnight tonight with those winds, we're going to remain warm. Low tonight, upper 50s to the low 60s. Could be some isolated thunderstorms in the far western part of South Dakota. Then tomorrow is going to be another partly to mostly sunny sky. 84 Sioux Falls, 86 Aberdeen, windy 84 in Pierre. And again, some more isolated thunderstorms possible at the western edge of South Dakota. We'll have a closer look at your holiday weekend forecast in just a moment. KELOLAND News starts now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, KELOLAND News first at 4.
Support is flowing in for the family impacted by a deadly house explosion near Fort Pierre. We're going to show you how you can help.
Plus, today marks 3 years since the murder of George Floyd, how family and advocates are still trying to push for change.
And later, the FCC commissioner was in South Dakota today to learn more about connecting rural areas to the internet.
But first, we are following some breaking news at the Sanford Hospital campus in Sioux Falls.
KELOLAND's Dan Santella joins us now live from the scene of a collapse. Dan, what can you tell us?
Don, we've learned there was a scaffolding collapse here this afternoon. Took place, according to Sanford Health, shortly after 2 o'clock this afternoon. We know that 3 construction workers were injured. They were taken to the emergency room to be treated for their injuries. As far as exactly how they are injured or the severity of the injuries, that's not clear right now. We haven't learned that. We do expect to have an update on that before too long. So if you're looking behind me and wondering where the collapse may have happened, that's what we were wondering too as we pulled up. It's possible that it could happen in an area that's sunken, the construction site that's below our line of sight behind me. When we got here a little bit before 2:45, there was a lot of emergency personnel on the scene. Sioux Falls Fire Rescue, Sioux Falls Police Department. Now, last I saw, just a couple Sioux Falls Police Department vehicles, if that. Sanford Security, there was yellow tape up. That's now gone. So to recap, this afternoon, 3 construction workers hurt with unknown injuries at the Sanford's main campus near the Sanford Children's Hospital. We'll keep following this, and I'll have another live report for you later tonight. Reporting live in Central Sioux Falls, Dan Santella, KELOLAND News.
Thank you very much, Dan. Well, there is an outpouring of support from across the state for a family mourning the loss of 3 people following a house explosion near Fort Pierre.
The Stanley County Sheriff's Office says 61-year-old LaDonna Hupp and 6-month-old Harper Hupp died in the home. A third victim, 66-year-old William Hupp, died at the hospital. 2 boys are being treated for injuries. The State Fire Marshal's office is investigating, along with the Division of Criminal Investigation.
First Dakota National Bank has set up a fund for the Hupp family. Donations can be made at any First Dakota location. You can also donate food, clothing, and other items at Myers Meats Hangout in Fort Pierre. There are also a GoFundMe and Carrying Bridge sites set up for the family. We posted links on KELOLAND.com.
The Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office is searching for a man wanted in connection with a drive-by shooting in Sioux Falls. Authorities released a wanted poster for 30-year-old Kevin Dwayne Bass. Deputies believe he is armed and dangerous. This is in connection with a drive-by shooting Sunday morning near 14th Street and Minnesota Avenue. Court papers say Bass and the victim were fighting outside of Giliberto's along Minnesota Avenue. Later, as the victim was walking home, authorities say a vehicle drove by and shot him. The victim was treated at the hospital for his injuries. If you know where Bass is, you should call law enforcement right away.
All right, let's get a look at our weather forecast. It's been windy and it has been warm.
Yeah, it's tolerable though. I was out on
I enjoyed it, yeah.
Wall Lake today. It was kind of nice.
Well, it continues to be like this through the holiday weekend. Right now, we are a few degrees above normal for our temperatures, 84 in Sioux Falls with plenty of sunshine. Those south winds at 15 miles an hour. If we take a look at satellite, we do have a few popcorn clouds in eastern KELOLAND. Nothing is coming out of those. We are watching the thicker clouds over western South Dakota that are producing a few rain and thunder showers this afternoon around the Spearfish and Belfouche areas. Otherwise today, we are warm. 83 in Yankton, 90 in Sisseton, 88 in Aberdeen, 85 in Pierre, and 69 in Custer. with that sunshine plus the south wind of 15 to 25 miles an hour with a few higher gusts, we are going to stay warm the next couple of days. For tonight, clear skies, that south wind, lows will drop to the upper 50s and low 60s with a few chances to see rain or thunderstorms in western South Dakota. For the day tomorrow, plenty of sunshine again, 84 in Sioux Falls, 86 in Aberdeen, 84 with a few rain showers possible in Pierce, 76 with rain and thunderstorm chances in Rapid City and western South Dakota. This pattern will continue as we go through the holiday weekend. We'll take a closer look in just a little bit.
Thanks, Megan. Today marks 3 years since the murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis. His death not only changed Minnesota, it changed the nation.
In the last 3 years, all 4 of the Minneapolis police officers were convicted on federal and state charges. Esme Murphy, with our CBS affiliate, talks with some of the people at the center of what happened about what they're doing to keep George Floyd's memory alive.
Thank you.
Attorney General Keith Ellison, who prosecuted all 4 officers involved, has written a book, Break the Wheel, Ending the Cycle of Police Violence.
Well, I think a lot of people's attitudes about this problem of excessive force, unreasonable force by police against civilians, including Black people, people of color. I think there's a recognition that, in fact, it does happen and it is a problem.
George Floyd's girlfriend, Courtney Ross, is almost finished with a children's book she is writing about grief.
It's really helped me get through this process of grieving, which never really ends, but it's helped me the past year specifically.
George Floyd's brother, Philonis, has created the Philonis and Keita Floyd Institute for Social Change with his wife to promote social justice in his brother's memory.
And we put this organization together to be able to help others in need of what's going on in the world, not just from like aspects of police brutality, the aspect of being able to help kids understand that they can do better things in life by helping provide them with things like from backpacks for school. If we have the opportunity to make sure that they have computers or something like that, even just take them fishing.
Local activist Nikema Levy Armstrong believes a lot more needs to happen.
There has been greater awareness, not only in Minnesota, but really around the country and around the world, about the systemic nature of police violence and the need for police accountability. I don't think that enough has changed in light of the magnitude of the problems that we are dealing with.
That was Esme Murphy reporting from Minneapolis.
Earlier this year, the Minneapolis City Council approved a settlement agreement with the Minnesota Department of Human Rights that will alter the city's policing practices. Well, this morning, CBS News spoke with Floyd's uncle, Selwyn Jones, who lives in South Dakota.
He talked about the work that's being done across the country, including advocating for a requirement that police administer aid when someone is in custody needs help.
It seems like that would be a natural thing, but we are pushing the Civil Rights Medical Policing Act. It's an act that would should have people that are in custody, doesn't matter what kind of custody, be able to insist upon having medical attention if your neck hurts, if your back hurts, if your eye hurts.
Jones also says that he would like to see a George Floyd Forever Day so people don't forget what happened to his nephew and to honor Floyd's memory.
Piper Lewis, the woman who killed a man she says raped her, is now asking Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds for a pardon. Lewis was originally given a 5-year probation period to be served at the Fresh Start Women's Center. Just a few months later, she escaped and was taken back into custody. She's now facing up to 21 years in prison for violating her probation. Lewis and her friends have started a petition to urge Governor Reynolds to grant her a pardon. She spoke with KCCI from the Polk County Jail.
I would love to have a sit down and talk, because there's a lot of change I feel like I can bring to the plate. There's a lot of change I feel like survivors of everything and everywhere can bring to the plate, and we can really make a change internationally at this point.
Lewis says she wants to give back to the community that has offered her so much support throughout the entire process.
Coming up.